What's up guys, this is Brett here from brettdev.com, coming at you once again from Chiang Mai in Thailand. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something called value-based pricing. So I have a couple of quite popular videos on my channel about freelancing and working online as a freelancer. And so many questions I get are from people saying to me things like, I can't compete with people on price, especially if they're using platforms like Upwork, or I can't win any big jobs as a freelancer. And this does seem to be a problem among people that are looking to work online, and especially people that are looking to work online for the first time, like who are just getting into freelancing. So value-based pricing is very important, and if you don't know what it is, I'm going to explain kind of what it is now and how you can kind of apply it to your way of doing business with your clients. It's essentially value-based pricing is communicating with your client and pricing the job based on the value you actually bring to your client's business, as opposed to just saying, well, I charge $20 an hour or I charge $40 an hour. Now, there is a way to do this, there is a process to do this, and it involves primarily, I recommend people you take discovery calls with clients. Don't try to sell on discovery calls, but then follow up with secondary calls and then deliver a pitch for the client's business based on the value. And that's something I cover in the later parts of the free course that I've set up. If you are interested in that, you can click the link above, it's completely free. And I pretty much break down what value-based pricing is there. Now, value-based pricing is great in theory. So basically what it says is, if a client comes to you and says, Brett, for example, I want a website, rather than me going back to that client and saying, okay, it's $500, instead I learn a little bit about that client's business and I find out what value that website actually brings to their business. And then I reframe my pitch and go back to them with a higher price, because ultimately me building that site for them and whatever other value I bring, so I might have a higher skill set, I might do it in a different way from another freelancer. Whatever value I bring, I can then translate that to my price, right? So I can say, well, actually, instead of charging you $500, it's going to be $5,000 because you're going to make X, Y, and Z, right? So that's kind of value-based pricing in a nutshell. It sounds, like I say, it sounds great in theory, but the problem with it, and the problem a lot of people have, is that's kind of poor advice to just tell people to go and kind of hit their clients up with really high price quotes on jobs when their clients are probably just going to say no. So value-based pricing only works when, number one, you have the clients actually have that budget to pay you, right? Because at the end of the day, and this is where a lot of people go wrong, and people that give this advice don't necessarily ever address this. If you're pitching a really small client, like a really small business that's got a low budget, and they've come to you and you try the value-based pricing approach and you try and demonstrate that this corner shop that sells sweets can make 10 grand in a month from your website, like, they're not going to have that budget to pay you, and they're never going to pay you that. So the value-based pricing approach, like, sounds good there, but it actually just doesn't work. You get some clients that just they have their budget, and their budget is set, and their budget might be really low. And if that is the case, like, you're just not going to get their business. That's impossible. Because ultimately, if you don't have the money to pay somebody, you don't have it, right? So one way to overcome this, and this is kind of, again, what I try to address in the free course, is to pretty much, let's say you've got a website and you're getting, you just say you're starting out and you're getting like 3 or 4 inquiries a week for people looking to hire you for work, right? Now, if 90% of those clients have low budgets and you come in with the value-based pricing approach, you're just going to lose them all. So you're just going to be like, your prices are way out of my range, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to head over here and hire somebody on Upwork who doesn't understand the value they bring to the company, probably won't actually bring any value to the company, but will just do as they're told, code the site, hand it over and be gone. It's actually both parties kind of lose there. You've got the freelancer gets paid shit, and then the company actually doesn't really get the value out of the product. So the way to overcome that is basically to fix the problem at the start of your funnel, right? So it's not about your 3 or 4 clients that you're pitching that have come to your site. What you really want is a large number of clients, or a large number of leads, sorry. So if you can get that in order, if you can set up processes where you can have, instead of 3, 4, 5 people come to you for work each week, if you can have 50 or 100 or 200, and you can kind of somewhat automate that process, then value-based pricing does work, because it doesn't really matter that 9 out of 10 people say your price is out of my price range. Because if you've got like 50 people coming in a week, you're still going to get like 5 clients, right? So that's kind of value-based pricing. Like I say, the way to overcome it is just to get more leads at the start. So you've got your funnel, right? Bottom of your funnel is where you're sending out proposals. Top of your funnel are people that are interested. Just have more people coming into the top of your funnel. And if you don't know how to do that, there's several ways, several lead generation methods, but you need to establish lead generation as a freelancer, as a part of your business. And once you have that in place, then you can try value-based pricing, and you can start charging more, because you have so many more people to choose from, and it's just a numbers game at that point. So I hope you like the video, guys. And like I say, if you do want to learn more about freelancing and value-based pricing and how to build a funnel that's effective, come over to my website and sign up. There'll be a link at the top, and it's completely free, and I cover this. It's a free course. There's over 20 lessons in there, and it'll take you through over a 4-week period, and we discuss all of this. So we talk about how you can get a ton of leads before you start putting out proposals, how to do value-based pricing and the best way to actually deliver those proposals, and how to determine the value that you can bring to businesses, so you can then charge more as a freelancer, and you're not just working for these kind of crappy rates, right? You can actually charge more like a consultant and get paid good money. So until next time, guys, this is Brett from brettdev.com, and we're out. Peace.